Hello, this is Magic the Interviewsening, your home for the quest for ancient secrets and trade secrets, and your #1 source for Magic Interviewsening. I'm Reuben Bresler, and I'm here with StarCityGames.com writer and pair of non-sequitur nouns, Reid Duke. Reid, thank you so much for joining me today.
Reuben, thanks for having me.
Talk to me about working with Team SCG.
It's been great. My first year or two on the Pro Tour, I didn't really have a team to work with. I would just work with my friends and family that happened to be qualified for each particular one. And I never really had like a good breakthrough performance, but since joining SCG, I've cashed every Pro Tour and really feel like it's been, night and day difference.
You are also a member of a sub-team, Team Huey Turtle Duke, that won the StarCityGames.com Team Sealed Open earlier this year. Do you think that finish will propel William Jensen into this year's Hall of Fame? And if not, how many more SCG Open top 8s do you think he needs?
Geez, he's got to compete with the likes of Jerry Thompson, Caleb Durward, Todd Anderson. It's tough. I think with 2 or 3 more SCG top 16s, maybe he'll be a serious consideration.
Now, originally we were scheduled to do this Interviewsening at Grand Prix Miami, but we had to reschedule because you were busy. Do you know? I don't have it written down here. Do you know why you were busy?
Too busy, crushing the tournament.
Yeah, you were winning the tournament. That's right. I forgot about that. Then, after you won, on the way to take your winner's photo at the beach, you helped push a broken down car. Luckily, the photographers didn't help and took your photo instead, but so that they could capture your altruism. But honestly, Reid, nobody's that much of a good guy. How much did you pay the acting troupe to stage that charade?
No, that was all natural. They needed help, and I was the one to help them.
Yeah,
the camera people certainly weren't going to.
Yeah, absolutely. Superhero Reid Duke to the rescue. You have a new token. Congratulations. You are the Knight token. Does this mean that Wizards of the Coast can legally press you into service in times of war?
I think that was part of the contract, yeah.
So you're prepared to defend this land in the event of barbarian raids?
I have to.
Absolutely. Nice. You won the StarCityGames.com Invitational in Los Angeles at the end of last year with Band Control. You also recently started playing Band Control again in Standard. Be honest with me now, is this just because you want to make playing the Reid Duke token on camera a thing with Celestia Charm?
Yeah, I had 2 Night Watches in my sideboard of my Jund deck this weekend. I could only cast them off Farseek with 1 Temple Garden, but you got to do what you got to do.
You finished 9th at Pro Tour Dragon's Maze, and while that's the best finish of your career and is quite the accomplishment, it means you're now on top of the Ochoa Thompson Memorial Best Player Without a Pro Tour Top 8 standings. Does being on that list feel good, or does it just add more pressure?
Just more pressure, I guess. Yeah, it's nice to be acknowledged some of the time, but it's not so nice to be acknowledged for like something that you have failed to do so far. So, I would rather be known for something else other than my lack of a Pro Tour top 8. You
rose to prominence on Magic Online with several top finishes in MTGO, PTQs, and the MOCs as Reader Rabbit. Is there a story behind that name, or is it just because you're adorable?
That was, my friends and family called me when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and it just stuck,
What's the most overrated card in Standard?
Burning Tree Emissary. Just one more thing that gets bonfired.
What's the most underrated card in Standard?
Probably Thragtusk. It's just, even if it's rated as the best card in Standard, it's that much better.
If you could only play one deck for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Jund.
When you enter an event, who is the one person you fear facing or don't want to face?
Ben Stark.
Which city is your favorite to visit for Magic events, and which city that Magic has not yet visited would you like to see the Grand Prix circuit visit in the future?
Favorite city that I've been to is Amsterdam. City that I'd like to go to, that's a great question. Maybe Sydney, Australia. I know they have them there every once in a long while, but I've never had the chance to go.
Your brother, Ian Duke, currently works as a game development intern at Wizards of the Coast. As you know, direct family members of WotC employees can't play sanctioned Magic. So if Ian gets hired on full time, what's your name going to be after you legally change it to keep on playing?
Jeez.
You haven't planned for this contingency? This seems like something that might have come up at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, I was just hoping he'd be the one who changed his name, you know?
Sure, fair enough. You also have another nickname, as we referenced earlier, Good Guy Reid Duke. If you were to cast a movie or TV show with Magic players as the main characters, tell me who you'd put in these roles. You're obviously the hero, the main egotistical villain.
Tom Martell.
Main villain's even more annoying right-hand man.
Shahar Shenar.
Bumbling sidekick.
Owen Turtenwald.
By-the-book police chief.
Josh Ravitz.
Devil-may-care police detective.
Ben Seck.
Fast-talking taxicab driver.
William Jensen.
Computer hacking expert.
Ben Seck again.
It'd be like a Eddie Murphy situation going on with the makeup.
Yeah.
I like it. Overprotective father figure.
John Finkel.
Comedic relief celebrity cameo.
Jelger Vigesma.
Spunky love interest.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Okay, fair enough. And finally, post-credits teaser villain for the sequel.
Kai Bude.
That's a good one. I'd see that movie. Part 2, The German Juggernaut. Sounds awesome. Speaking of movies, I have a small request. Because of your new token and your pleasing baritone, I want to see how you are at playing the role of a knight. More specifically, a dark knight. So here you go. Take this script. I'm going to hand this to you here. And you have the underlined portions. And let's get started.
You wanted me? Here I am.
I wanted to see what you do. And you didn't disappoint. You let 5 people die. Then you let Dent take your place, even to a guy like me that's cold.
Where's Dent?
These mob fools want you gone so they can go back to the way things were. But I know the truth. I know we're never going back. You've changed things. Forever.
Then why do you want to kill me?
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You complete me.
You're garbage. Who kills for money?
That was terrifying. Well, Reid, thank you for joining me in this Interviewsening. You're the hero Magic deserves.
Thank you.